All right, so welcome to another episode of Ghetto Antiques Roadshow. Now, I just recently got into, I'm getting interested in cameos, cameo pendants and brooches, and there's good, worser, best, and better. And so you can get yourself a rusty barnacle. You can get yourself something that ends up turning out to be plastic and resin because there's a lot of reproductions out there, especially made by the shitty company Avon. And I hate Avon. Everything Avon did, they destroyed. So I saw this on Etsy. The seller seemed to not have had many sales under their belt. They were selling junk, like thrift store junk. They said this came from the estate of a 90-year-old lady, and it was a celluloid cameo. And I said, oh, celluloid. You know, it's like plastic, basically. And I'm hoping, her pictures were shit, by the way. I'm hoping that this is a real shell cameo, and an old one at that. Now, we're going to find out. And so let's just cross your fingers for me that this is not celluloid. And if it's celluloid, I paid way too much for this. And I think I paid $24.50. All right, so let's see what we got for $24.50. And again, I'm hoping and praying that this is not plastic celluloid. And trust me, they made it out of resin, plastic, porcelain. They made it out of all different kinds of materials. But what I want is either hard stone or shell, carved shell. And, all right, you ready? All right, already. It comes in a jewel box. A yellowed I didn't say Jew. Jewel box. And, okay, it looks sort of new. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, let's look at this. Let me get the shit out of the way. Okay, is this a real cameo? I'm hoping, guys. I'm hoping. Come on, come out. I don't want to harm the darn thing. Wow, she really jammed this in here. All right, is this real or is it Memorex? Oh, okay. This looks like a shell. Oh, yeah, this does not look like it is resin or, oh, wow, guys. Oh, wow, I did really well. Yeah, this does not look like it's resin or plastic or celluloid. You can look close. Let's try to with this piece of shit camera. Let's get in there. All right, you can see, yeah, it has like these little mottled areas. It just needs a good cleaning. All right, so we got this loop on the back. How old is it? Hard to tell. You can generally tell by the pin back how old something is. So the further the pointy part of the pin sticks out past the brooch, the older. This one just about comes to the edge. But let's look. Does it have a C-clasp or a safety catch? If it had a C-clasp, it's older. So yes, we have a C-clasp. Okay, so that's telling me this is older. The hinge is not a tube hinge. It is a round hinge. So this is telling me this was probably made, and I'm going to guess, I'm no expert, I'm not Dr. Lori, and I'm not the Real Antiques Roadshow. I'm going to guess that this was made probably circa 1890 to about 1900. Wow, this is a beaut. And who is this? This is a Roman or Greek goddess of the harvest, I believe, because we see wheat in her hair. I think Demeter, Demeter, probably pronouncing that right. I mean, incorrect. Or Ceres. I think, no, not like Siri on your phone. I think it was Ceres. Okay, and look at the size of this sucker. Okay, this is huge. This is absolutely humongous for a cameo. Now, what I am going to do, so take a look at this. Now, this may be brass. Let's take a look at this. Or it could even be rose gold. Now, there's no marking for the metal content, but I'm going to clean this up. And I do see some verdigris in there. This is very old. I'm going to clean it up as best as I can. And what I'm going to do is oil the shell. So you take mineral oil and you rub it on the shell to actually condition it. Leave it overnight and then rub it off. It should also give it a nice shine and clean it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll be back and I'm going to add it to a pendant chain. You can see it has this beautiful loop. Okay, this was a great buy for 24 doll hairs. And we have a snafu here. My hooker glove is caught on it. My hooker glove is, yeah, okay, there we go. Hooker glove now off. Wow, guys, 24 doll hairs and 99 cents. All right, this thing is shot to shit, my stone, but I'm going to do a simple test of metal now to find out if this is just, you know, brass, maybe a low carat gold, like 10K or 9K. So I'm going to try to find a spot to rub this off on without damaging the Cameo. So let's go ahead and try. All right, so here we go. We're going to just give it a good scratch, which is not good for your jewelry because it's like wearing it away, almost sanding it away. And if this disappears, the acid eats this up, this is 10K testing solution, then it's not gold. All right, so let's get a zoom in there and see what happens. If you see like the acid bubbling up and this disappears, okay, it's looking like it's low carat gold, guys. I do not see it disappearing. Let's just move this way and this way. And let's get, hold on. Let's bring this up here. It's staying. So I'm going to have to say that this is a low carat gold, 9 or 10 carat gold. I can go even higher and I can test to see if it's 14, but I really doubt it is. All right, so we know we have gold over here. It would have completely disappeared if it was not gold. Okay, that's really, really, really quite good. All right, so I just cleaned it up with a lot of soap and water, Simicrone, and you can see actually, this is how you can tell it's a shell, because you can see the actual portrait through it. Do you see that? So when you hold it up to the light, look at that, and you see the striation lines of the shell, probably from the carving. I'm going to oil this up so it doesn't create cracks in it and then get damaged. All right, look how much shinier and cleaner this is. As you can see, this is much cleaner. I had to use gloves because you don't want to touch it with your bare naked skin when you, you know what I mean, touch chemicals. All right, I'm trying to get this in the sun for you. All right, look at that. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to oil it up. We're going to hang it for a pendant, and we're going to talk more about cameos. All right, so I used food grade mineral oil, and I painted it on with a little paintbrush. Let's go ahead and continue to do that. You really want to leave this on, apparently. They say, I read about this, now I'm no expert, overnight and then wipe it off. It'll condition the shell. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some to the front part of the shell. I don't want to touch the Cameo. Maybe you're supposed to do this to the Cameo too. I don't know. But let's go ahead and we'll get in all the little nooks and crannies of the Cameo with this paintbrush. And whatever's left on my brush from the back, I'm leaving on now. All right, so we just conditioned our shell, hopefully. Look at that. Isn't that really cool, guys? All right, so it's conditioned now. Hopefully it won't crack anymore. Those, I think, are tool marks, those lines. Let's try to get out of the sunlight. So I think those are actual tool marks. Could be, perhaps.
I'm going to have to whisper. Ignore the dogs barking. My neighbor has their dogs out, and it causes a ruckus. Okay, so oh God, I don't want my neighbor to hear me talking to you people. So I polished it up, cleaned it up, and here it is. Look at the size of it in my hand. And, oh my God. Shut the fuck up. I can never do a video in peace. The sun's about to go down, so I wanted to show you this. All right, so I polished it and cleaned it. And there we go. You can see the side view. And let's look at the front. So here we go. And this is one hell of a huge Cameo. Really, really, really quite big. Now, I was going to add a pendant to it, but what I am going to do, because we have the loop on the back right there. And look at that. Look how nice that cleaned up. I'm going to add a pendant to it, and actually gonna do a video on how, because I couldn't get the necklace into that little loop, so how to actually do that, and especially if you're not a jewelry expert. Okay, let's check this out. It's stuck in my hooker glove. My neighbor's still screaming at her dog, and my dog's wondering what the hell's going on. All right, they're actually bribing their dog and saying if it shuts up, they're going to give it a cookie. I can't believe this shit. Wow, great parents. Okay, so the seller thought that this was celluloid. I lucked out. generally, I don't know what this is worth. If you know, if you're a collector of cameos, please write in the comments below. What would a cameo this size, being about 9K, 10K, or possibly gold filled? Again, I'm no expert. I tried to do an acid test. You saw it with me. What would something like this be worth? I don't know. I'm guessing, my guess, and I'm no Dr. Lori. I guess I would sell this for less than $200 to $300. Although, if you know, write in the comments below, are these things valuable, especially this old? And there we go. So it's all polished. Let's check it out. And really, I'm just loving it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching another one of my videos where I lucked out thinking that this might be a celluloid mess. And celluloid was most popular in the 20s and 30s and stuff like that. And that it turns out that it's real Victorian or late Victorian, early 20th century. Cool beans. And it is carved from a shell and not celluloid. All right, guys. So long, take care, and arrivederci to you.